Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. I don't even know if it's fixed yet. Is everything good? Oh,
unfortunately, yeah, we're still in robot mode.
yeah, we're still having technical difficulties with Aussie for some reason. But Kieran and I are here, at least.
We're alive.
We're alive.
We're alive. But we've been trying to get Aussie. We have been trying our hardest to get Aussie to work, but we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's just turned into a robot. He's just turned into a robot.
Friggin' wizards who can jump in Aussie's DMs and help him with that. That'd be dope. But yeah,
Absolutely.
for some reason, we don't have Aussie vocals right now. But yeah,
He can't hear us on the phone either. There you go. So and your mics are on. That's crazy. Can everybody hear us in the chat? Can everybody hear us in the chat? All fine? Hopefully, it's also good to see absolutely everybody here. LB turned up. Coco is here nice and early. Snacky, whoever you are, hello and welcome in, dude. Welcome in, Snacky. I have no idea who you are, dude, but I'm glad that you are here. I'm not too sure what's going on,
clear,
dude.
brother. It's all good. Seems good on here.
Absolutely.
Yuck, is that what
absolutely.
I sound like?
But do I sound alright? Hopefully I sound alright.
Yeah,
Jesus.
You sound fine. No, it sounds good. Alright.
Fucking
Well,
awesome.
we did have some dope content lined up. The technical difficulties are going to be fun to fuck around with, but Aussie is here.
Yes.
He does send his love. See, that's going to happen a bunch. We're just going to have to...
Yeah, he's just going to be cutting it out now. Is that... Oh, maybe just see if he can... maybe it's his internet connection.
Could be.
Um,
My internet connection is struggling too, as you can see. Oh, I heard that. That sounded nice.
yeah.
Oh, shit. I jinxed it. Fuck.
He's
Something you did
he's
there
turning
worked.
into... Yeah.
We have a cool lineup of topics to go over today. Just Flow, welcome in. We have a cool load of topics that I've had for a while. I think it's cool to go over. For anyone who saw our pilot episode, we went over a bunch of who we were as DJs so that everyone could get to know us, sort of thing. For this one, I actually want to dive into some like legitimate questions and try and move this along already and see where we can get. We got a guest coming in later who's gonna take it that step further with the questions that we got, but I want to focus on more so after COVID, how the scene changed so much, because for a while there it was running really well, and we all have felt, well, the three of us more so, have felt like the effects that it took a hold on like what we had going. So I think it'd just be a really cool topic to go over for our first legitimate stream with all these cool people here who themselves have become artists or have thought about it, or patrons, whatever. I think it'd be really cool to get a perspective from what we've been through. And
Absolutely,
I think, like you said, Snacky, I think it really has the potential. Melbourne Bounce has the potential to make a comeback big again, and actually be what at least get close to what it used to be. I don't think we're ever gonna see the peak of Melbourne like it was. I don't think Melbourne could handle it anymore. The kids nowadays don't like doing 4-day benders, and recovery sessions don't work anymore as much as they
No.
as much as like people like us.
Well, like I'd like to say it get back. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see it go back to where it used to be. Like, I'd love to see it go back to, back to back days and back, like, the kids these days, they're too young to experience anything like this. They don't understand, the binge drinking. They don't even binge drink anymore,
That's the
dude.
thing,
Like,
like,
it's a different scene. It's a different crowd.
I was recently watching a video that was talking, not related to the music industry, but even just the binge drinking in like 2025. It was at like an 80% low or something, but the numbers I saw were crazy.
Yeah.
Like the 20-year-olds just aren't binge drinking for days and days anymore. So the need for a 6 till 10 a.m. club just it doesn't work. 229 used
Doesn't
to
work
go
anymore.
off until
No.
like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, bro. You can't do that anymore.
You can't. Yeah, like, remember when Mercy was a thing? Mercy was a vibe,
Mercy
dude.
used to
When
hold
when that when that closed, yeah, you used to hold King Street up until fucking midday, dude. What happened to that? It just disappeared, just like Aussie did.
See, we need the transition
Need
into the
to.
transition into the rave culture. It's a good way to put it, but I feel like rave culture relies so heavily on, like, it expects you to dump a lot of money into it, the way I see it. A club you can go to, have a few drinks, whatever your vice may be, have a couple of whatever, and you'd be able to have your fun and get home. Most festivals, I mean, apart from like the Ultra and DG that just happened, all that, most festivals like 2-3 days. You got to camp there, you got to take a week off work, you got to fucking buy car space, buy campground. I think rave culture, and now like the government's cutting down on bush doofs and stuff, rave culture is still so niche that I don't think people will ever be able to break it past that. Just more advanced production.
100%.
I don't know, dude. Back then, they were blending genre because minimal was still in its early days. Back in, like, let's say, quick pre-COVID. Back then, you couldn't not hear a minimal song that didn't have some aspect of like psytrance or house or something like that. They were always trying to like upgrade it. I think more advanced production in the sense that the sound production has gotten more in depth. But back then, I don't think it's ever gonna. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's ever gonna hit its peak again, because back then people were just trying things. People were just like
100%.
Fucking psytrance bass for the second drop of this like normal minimal tune. You know what I mean?
Can we actually talk about that? The fucking music back then. The music back then was so fucking experimental, dude, that we even created our own fucking genre, which went worldwide. Like, that was fucking fun.
Well,
like, when it's
everyone had their own spin.
Whoa! Whoa!
Is it?
You spoke!
Oh my god, welcome in.
I'm sorry if no one can hear me, but yeah, I'm on my phone, so I'll do my best.
No, you sound
we're
great,
back.
bro. That's fucking perfect. Let me turn you up a bit.
We are so back.
We are so back.
Hello.
Yo,
Alright, everybody. Aussie just joined the chat.
Kieran and I got so excited.
What up?
Yeah, so I think back then everyone was in a point where like minimal had it was playing everywhere. It was at every club, it was every night, like no matter what, Thursday to Sunday you could still hear minimal somewhere. It got to a point where because it was being so overplayed, people had the opportunity to get experimental. I think now that it's coming back...
That's what I mean, bro. Everyone put their own spin on it.
Yeah, now that it's coming back, it's going to be flat stick, commercial, try and get the kids to like it a little bit, and then we can play with it fucking 5 years, you know what I mean? We can go back to being experimental, but right now we need to kind of ease it into the commercial, which I think is working so well with events like Orc. Selling 13,000 tickets is fucking unheard of in this day and age.
Keep going. They sold close to like 22,000.
Yeah,
dude.
it was like 13 and
22,000 and another 10,000 on top.
Yeah, like that that was insane.
That's what I mean, bro.
The best minimal Melbourne bounce tracks of those, yeah, sound outdated today. I'll be honest though, some of them you can see the like you can kind of see the fucking similarities in like even the big room techno stuff. You kind of put a big room like what is it, a Melbourne bounce kick over a big room techno song, all of a sudden you've got an old school Melbourne bounce track.
Yeah,
it was way ahead of its time, dude. Way ahead of the.
I'm pretty sure it was Lister did that video on TikTok.
Yeah, he outed it, but I was doing that all under Solsky for many years.
Yeah,
like when I first released Titanium. Yeah, I made minimal 135 and then just chucked a fucking techno kick over top of it and made it sound a little bit more mainstream. I did that consecutively over the last like 3 or 4 years. So
that's another reason I used to play minimal in like 132.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%. So Lister just outed my tactics in a video.
Miss St. James listening to Musk at 3 a.m. Brother. Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
That's a name I haven't heard of in a while, boy.
Shout, brother. That is
Musk.
Whoa. Musk at 3 a.m.
That is an absolute shout.
I'm pretty.
A lot of Melbourne know his bass and everything like that. He was known for it.
I might have versed him at Utopia. I feel like I've something.
Musk, where are you, bro?
No, he played with Haber at Forest. Musk versus Hall back to back, brother. You are speaking.
Dude, even Haber's another one that put a spin on minimal. He went like that side trance route, but he kept those minimal, those kind of integrities that minimal was.
See, that's why I love Nickelodeon. That's why I loved Nick back in 2018, bro. He was playing like it was like prog sci, but I swear when he was at a club, he had like exclusive versions of all his tunes with just a harder kick. And he'd slow some of them down to fit the crowd, and fuck me, dude. Like, Seal the Deal, Bumpy Ride, all that shit live on, like... Some of them was, like, Cloud Basement and, like, Forest Canopy. Like, tiny rooms, massive speakers, bro. He would thump the place.
Well, do you boys remember his closing sets at what? Cloud, sorry?
At Cloud, yeah, definitely, bro.
I
think I caught one of them. I think I caught one of them. I was never there for all of the closes because I did other things on closings those days.
We did exactly this last time when we got lost and in our last stream, and we just spoke about that for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to do that.
It's got so much. It's like
nothing stopped.
But like, I think the reason that we aren't going to achieve that, or at least not yet, is, like I said, just the simple fact that we need to get it to a point where it's like commercial, where people are going to want to sit down and watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, because it's not like people aren't going out and dancing for fucking 10 hours like we used to. You know what I mean? Most people will prioritize, I'm only going out if I can sit near the dance floor. Like, people do that.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah, but you also grow up.
Exactly, bro. My knees hurt after fucking 5 hours of stomping.
That's what I mean. I can't fucking dance like I used to back in the day for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, bro. I'm not on the same fucking pre-workout that I used to be.
And then it's a month recovery after that now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not ready for the fucking month recovery. So, I'd rather just have fun with it. But even now, man,
100%.
I think if we can, this is the reason why I was so adamant when we were working on the crew. Shameless plug. When we were working on that, that's why I was so adamant to get Pilots Lounge and Loosey Goose involved, because I feel like if we can prove now that we're trying to bring the sound back, like back then, those brands were working like, although they were sharing patrons and they knew that, they were dead working against each other because there was so many patrons going around that if this night was good enough, they wouldn't end up leaving to go to this night. Whereas this night was too good, they'd end up leaving here by 2 a.m. and going to the other place. So, if we can, like, when I was starting the crew, I was like, if we can show that we're working together, we're trying to do all these things as a team, it's going to boost us. It's going to help us in the future because
Absolutely, yeah.
there's going to be more of it to share around. It's going to become popular. We're not going to give it a chance not to become popular.
I think it was always popular, though.
Not like commercially popular though. I think like where it was, like I was saying, it played every nightclub every night for fucking, I'd say easy 10 years, from like 2020 to 2010 when it started to pick up in Orc, and after 2000 the 2009 spike when like Will started and blah 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 blah. I'd say from like 2010 to 2020, before like just as COVID hit and it was we're going to be locked inside for a year, what are we going to do? I think that period of Melbourne sound, Melbourne minimal, was just at its peak. We're not going to get that for a while. People had heard everything.
Especially with all the new genres they got now.
And that was another
Like with
thing.
hard techno and everything being around now, even Psy still, it's still pretty popular.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a big jump to try and be in competition with those genres.
Psy's
always been in there. Yeah.
That's like house music. That goes back.
Especially when Earthcore and stuff came around.
Yeah. And I mean, Dangerous Goods just
festivals weren't really a big thing when we were going out.
Exactly. You had like a couple, and if you were cashed up enough or fucking got it as a birthday present, you might make a DEF CON or a like something over in
or
Sydney.
Stereo.
Yeah.
But when was Earthcore around when we were going out? Wasn't really known.
No, it was still pretty underground at that point.
That's what I'm saying, though,
That's right.
Snacky. That's what I'm saying. We need a transition. We need a point where it's like, all right, everyone's sick of whatever it is, the hard dance, the fucking sigh, whatever. We need to get people, which I feel like it's happening, but we need to get people back in the, like, relaxing stage. When I first started pushing it real hard, pushing minimal real hard, when I started that, like, 2-3 years ago, I saw a video of a producer from America somewhere, and he put up a hard techno song or something, and he was like, the caption was, "Can we just start slowing down again?" And he slowed it down to like 110. It was like mid-tempo shit.
Seen that.
And I was like, bro, Minimal's gonna come back. I fucking know it. Minimal's gonna come back. And I called it. Look at it now. Orchestrated just sold 30K. Like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. If you just watch long enough, like, wait out, it fucking happened. So maybe we.
All the people want it.
Yeah.
So we got to give it to them.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. People are starting.
100%.
Like, I've seen shit on like Danny Rance's post and stuff because it's all in my algorithm now. But I'm seeing shit like one of the comments on a TikTok video was like, if anyone was smart, they'd book they'd start doing monthly old school nights because we've all had our kids and grown up now. So if we just do fucking the right time, right event, hence Crew was born. But Psy is another genre. Psy's one that'll last forever. The music scene around Psytrance will never die. It's the same as house music. It's always going to have like a generational following. Things like
anything trance has always been popular.
Side
trance, it's always been popular, man.
And shout out to like the trip community and like fucking Dark Sin and all that. They've been holding down trance in Melbourne, and they still sell out shows doing trance shows. So like, it's still definitely alive and kicking. But
Yeah,
Well, we got to understand how long Trent has been in Australia for too.
That's absolutely yeah.
Trance has been in the
Long, long time.
early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
and that
And
was
like,
the
and
proper rave scene back in the day.
Yeah.
the
yeah.
problem, like, and that's where the original Melbourne Shuffle was originated.
Yeah.
Was through PhD.
PhD.
It was
yeah.
through PhD.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. PhD bubble.
Which
all
back
that.
then they were playing yeah, pure hard dance. They were playing hard trance back in the day.
I am so keen.
Dude,
for
even
that
Callus was playing
documentary.
hard trance, so like what's it called it?
Yeah.
Hard candy and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, Candy was
Exactly,
another big
yeah.
one. That was one that was severely focused on
Hard
like,
candy, bubble.
that was Melbourne focused. Like they did a lot of Melbourne
Very much
artists. And like
But you got to understand the Melbourne Shuffle too. That was huge,
they're
especially when hardstyle was around.
Yeah.
they're solidified as an
Yeah, like I saw
institution
a jungle. I think it was jungle shuffle or whatever his name is. Yeah, so I saw a video from
now. I'm gonna butcher his name.
Don't quote me, but
yeah, I'm
it
gonna
was-
butcher his name. But shout out Jun. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But that's Jungle. Shout out him.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was the origin of the shuffle was actually just a YouTube video that was put up on YouTube in like 2006 or something like that, and it got like fucking like a bajillion views. You could probably he's just typing it up now and just having a look. So shortly we will be having a guest up as well.
Oh yeah, did you want to lean into that? We can start leaning into that if you want. We have been up for 26 minutes.
It's up to you. It is.
These go too fast, man. Well,
Yeah, like I was
Bring him
just
on.
looking at the time. I just saw him pop. I just saw him pop up, and I'm like, oh, we did say 10 o'clock, so
yeah,
we
that
should
is
probably
good
speed
timing.
things up a little bit. Yeah,
Look, I wanted,
absolutely.
I wanted to bring on this guest. I'll preface this because I was the one that reached out to him earlier today. Shout out for him for turning this around so quick and agreeing to jump on. This dude that we got joining, I would personally say pretty well known in the social media Facebook world, or at least around the Melbourne scene.
Yes.
The dude has put in so much work as a promoter and done a lot. He's had some very controversial views, I think is a good way to put it.
Yep.
Notably was trying to get a petition signed to get Sparksy to play at Inflation again. That was a big deal because
And
it
was huge.
When was that? That was like a
he
year
probably-
or two ago. Like a year.
he was doing it for longer. He was doing it for longer, dude. Like he was pretty much when he was like just promoting Cloud9 to come back like 2 years ago. He was saying bring back Cloud9 and also bring back Sparks.
Bring back Sparks.
You know,
and I think a massive
Yeah.
point to that was that because he was so ahead of the curve, I don't think it would have worked. If he had have pulled that shit like 7 months ago, people would have said that he was the reason
Taking him
Sparks
seriously.
was at
Yeah.
Orc. Like, people would have taken that seriously.
Yeah.
And I think people, again, controversially, because I was a little bit on the kid's side, I'll be honest, I wanted to see that set go down. I was one of the ones in his corner.
Oh yeah, you remember Will Sparks sets back in the day at Cloud?
Talk
The
to
joint
me.
was packed. Everyone would run down smokers downstairs to the basement, and it would be packed out. Slapping walls, hanging off the vents.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think it'd be good to speak to this dude because also with the resurgence happening, he's had some very like open opinions about how it can be done correctly. And it'd be
Yes.
cool to speak to him and see what he says. So
I'm
think
keen to
we
hear
should
it.
drag him in,
Get a
bro.
little bit
He
more
is-
insight.
Yeah. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Element.
Here he is.
Yo, yo.
What's
Hello.
going on, brother?
Hello, Elements. How are we?
Yeah, good, thanks. Did you want me to put on my camera
It's
or?
up to you, bro. You really don't have
Yeah,
to.
man.
It's all stress. It's
Uh,
all good.
I'll just put it on for the viewers. Why not?
Easy, bro. Yeah. For the viewers. See, for the fans. What a guy. What a guy.
There we
Let's do
go.
it, brother.
Hello, Elements. How are you?
Hey, how are ya? Good.
Good. Bro,
Thanks for jumping on, man.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man. Thanks for joining in. I think you're a good one to have on, especially for our first guest, because you've been pretty vocal about the comeback of the scene and where the current state of the joint is.
Yep.
Let's, for the people who don't know you in chat, let's just do a little backstory on who you are, how long you've been doing that, all that stuff.
I think it's coming.
Yeah. So I've been around for many years. Personally joined the scene in 2015. That's when I started. That was my very first time going to any of the underground clubs. The old brands, Cloud, Wah.
Yeah.
That's when I got aboard all of that 2015. But winding back the clock, I was like everyone else. Didn't know what it was. And then I heard of, like Will Sparks, Cloud9 and all these things. And then I heard the music, and it's that same story everyone has where like their soul just left their body and fell in love with the sound.
Feel
Yep.
that.
So
Absolutely. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So, tell us a little bit about your inspirations, because you've always wanted to be a DJ ever since you first started. Was that correct? Like, ever since you first started, you always went out, but you never really got into the DJ scene until later on. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I felt there was no. The reason I stepped up to DJ was because I felt that the music was looked after. It was, we had all these different people looking after the music, and I felt like it was in a really good direction to the point where I didn't even need to step up because I was just loving it just as a regular punter.
Yep.
But then when I started seeing names slowly drop off, and when the scene started shifting into like the techno scene and stuff, and the whole Melbourne is gone kind of thing, then I'm like, whoa, that's someone needs to step up here because this isn't happening. So I invested in an RX3, and here I am. So yeah.
Absolutely. Look at you go.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, what would you say your most iconic artists would be, and your inspirations behind, what pushed your drive?
Yeah, so like everyone else, I would say, so Will Sparks made a lot of people find out about the sound. Like he commercialized it and everything else. But then I would say, the other guys, so I would say Y-Raw, Orchestrated, Callus, that's when I started finding out about those guys, and I'm like, whoa, like this is unreal.
It just opened that rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely. But another big one I would have to definitely shout out, it would be two would be Dwayne Bartolo and Short Round. For sure.
Two big names too.
I think.
Yeah, they
for my era,
are insane.
They're our Will Sparks. Like for the era that I started in, the Short Round, Dwayne Bartolo, Keish, Eliza, they were all the top shooters at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Even the Cloud9 comp, that brought out a lot of big artists, man. Like Dwayne winning that comp, Geardy winning that comp. Elevate
has
that blew him up.
Elevate.
Yeah, I was
Elevate
gonna
as
say
well,
Dion. Where's Dion in that?
Di-
Dion did amazing in that.
Dion is
Yeah,
arguably,
definitely.
He's arguably one of the only artists that's pre-COVID that stayed consistent once clubs opened up.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
I'd agree with that as well,
Yeah.
for sure.
absolutely.
To consistently be in the scene, even before COVID and to this day,
Yeah.
it for anyone, whether it's Elevate or anyone else, it's just insane. Like Callus,
Yeah.
for instance,
Yeah.
it's unreal. It's
Him on his
unreal.
bounce back is really fucking cool. And I don't want to fucking say I did it, but I booked him for Freaks I think it was like 2024. It was like November 24. And when he was leaving that, I was like, bro, you had fun up there. I could see it in your eyes. And he was like, I'm not going to lie, dude. It's good to be back. So, like, from that, it's good to see him getting to play at the bowl and all the love he's getting from Jump and all the things that are still happening from it. How have you found the scene before and after? So, like, no shade, all due respect, you're not up there with the short rounds, the Dwayne Bartolos. You're a promoter DJ. You've been grinding the ranks for a long time now. How have you seen the difference between being a promoter DJ now compared to, like, pre-COVID, like, golden era for us? Has it changed much?
Well, I mean, I would say it definitely has with all the scene, like all our favorite clubs closing, for instance. That's where we are at today, because I think the scene's very delicate right now, and I think there's clearly a demand for it, because Orc pulling 13,000 people, that says one thing, but then on the other hand, I've seen, not naming names or anything, but I mean, we've seen it all around us. There's sometimes mismanaged events. There's people who want it to come back, and then they put out like banger events, and then maybe there's only a handful of people who show up. And that's where I think there's a little bit of a monopoly going on right now as well, where certain event organizers and DJs have a distinct pool, and it's really hard for us new guys to kind of break through into the scene today.
Is there anyone giving you
100%.
Sorry?
Is there anyone giving you a chance? Is there any clubs out there that are...
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been very fortunate with a lot of the opportunities I've had. I just played for Phoenix late last year, Lucy Goose. They're at Zuba, their event, and that was a really good event. I was really stoked to be given that opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. They're also a very good crew to be they're a very, very good crew to be a part of as well. Like, they're very, very welcoming and very friendly as well. Like, kind of the vibes that we're all wanting back. So you'll definitely hit the gold mine with joining in with that crew, and especially to be given multiple opportunities. Congratulations, man. Yep. That's actually phenomenal.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't drop, bro.
Zubar is another one as well that actually they give out some really cool opportunities, and I've seen you on flyers with Zubar as well. So your name is getting out there for sure. Which also does link up with another question that I had. Why the name Element?
Yeah, so my Instagram, Element was my favorite skate brand growing up, and I created my Instagram. I can't remember when I was 18 or something, and it was just Element_Tom. And then I'm just like, well, when I got into DJing, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm like, Element it is.
Yeah.
So
It works.
Ozzy,
absolutely.
have you got
Well,
any
there you go. That's
while we got him
What's that, man?
Have you got any questions while we got him here?
What was your favorite club back in the day?
I would definitely say Cloud9 for sure,
And
100%.
what-
Yeah.
But I
Can
mean,
you give
I
us
would
a couple reasons
honestly.
why?
So the main reason was it was so silly me. I just thought it was the standard of night clubbing. I didn't realize it was like a super club, where it was like because how they describe it, and it's true. It's a festival in a nightclub, like where there was 4 different floors, and
and just
yeah,
different music
I
and
honestly
yeah.
thought it was the standard, but apparently it wasn't. It was just we were just
just the
very
start,
lucky.
huh?
Yeah.
Imagine if all clubs were like that. The world would be a
Oh.
better place.
Oh, and that's why I hold Hidden Forest so dearly, bro, because within 20 minutes, just the vibe in that place alone, it'd completely shift the energy, bro. It'd be a completely different vibe in there 10 minutes later. And it just
100%,
worked, man.
yeah.
They had house downstairs until a certain time, then the minimal kicked off, then upstairs open. It all just happened so like perfectly that it just made it like enjoyable to be there.
Especially with all the people that went as well. You could walk in and you knew every person, every single face,
That's
every
another
person
thing,
behind the
yeah.
bar, every DJ that was playing. It was like a big family, man.
But in saying that, I would say that I respect all those old clubs. So TFU, Cloud9, Hidden Forest,
Wow.
Wawa,
Yeah.
all of them, because I don't know if they realized it, but they all built the scene together. They all built up all these DJs' names all together. And that's, I think I was speaking to Aaron about this on Facebook. That's where I think they all might need to recognize that and hopefully come together one day and try to be the scene it used to be in some shape or form outside of reunions.
Well, that's what we're trying to bring. So
Yeah.
like the whole premise of the crew is to build that family orientated vibe like it used to be back in the day. And that's one of like you've said it perfectly, man. Like it's something you're wanting and you have wanted since 2015. You know, that same vibe that you had from when you first walked into a club, that welcoming feeling. You don't get that past COVID.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like post COVID, like Aaron and I have been working together behind the scenes and for since those times, and we've been trying to build the minimal scene back, and it's been hard. You know, Aaron, you actually said it the other day. Freaks was actually named because we were the freaks of the scene back in the day.
That's exactly right, bro. The reason I called it Freaks is because when I launched that, our like motto, I guess you'd say, but the whole idea behind it was to put the artists up on stage and to not tell them what genre to play. I used to market it as a genreless club, and it was just an artist platform for them to express themselves. So if they wanted to play fucking up tempo at
Give them
10
a minimal
o'clock,
set,
I don't
whatever.
care. Like that's what they
Yeah.
want to play. That's how they want to themselves be known. It just gave people a chance. And once everyone that I booked started playing minimal, that's when I named it. Because at first it was just the Ascension. That was just going to be a smaller version of my club nights that I was running back then. But then once everyone started playing minimal, I was like, well, there is nowhere playing minimal right now, so we're the freaks of the scene. And it worked having fucking Timmy
And it
Trumpet's
worked.
song.
Yeah.
Because we just made a remix of it, and that was our theme song for Gone. We were sorted.
It was great fun back in those days. But yeah, like we've been chasing that vibe for a very, very long time, and you know it's taken a long time to get to where the crew is at the moment. Like the crew, we found a very, very tight window, and we're like, all right. And Aaron gave me a call, and he was just like, Kieran, we
Here's
need to
my
do this
idea.
now, and I'm like,
I'll spill the idea for chat. I don't care. Here's the idea, Tom.
Yep.
The reason I launched the crew with these two boys, the reason I gave Ozzy a call and gave Kieran a call, is because I noticed that Lucy Goose was popping off. This was before Orc was even announced. Lucy Goose was popping off, and Pilots Lounge were popping off. I noticed when I started going out, there was Wah, Forest, and Cloud. There was always the big three. And even once Wah died off and started to go towards the end, Tramp stepped up and everyone was at mercy. There was always a big three. Post-COVID and now Minimal's coming back, there was only Pilots and Goose. So I said, us three could fill the hole. Let's fucking jump in. Let's be the other third tyrant in Minimal. We all work together instead of working opposing each other. And like, who was it that just said it? Wiggly Puff in freaking chat just said that fan base of those one-off events aren't going to come out to regular nights. I feel like if we can build once a month even, where it goes Lucy Goose, then Pilots, then Crew, once a month on different months. If some people can make it to some, they can't make it to the other, whatever. But us three tyrants just run monthly. We could fucking own it, and it would work. It can work, especially because we're trying to do it in a community mindset. We're gonna use our fucking profits to only throw other good events, not to give ourselves a lavish lifestyle like the other promoters in the past have done. Because it's just been.
Well, we used to go out for the music, man.
Absolutely, man. And it got to a point where after COVID, everyone was like, oh, we can sell alcohol for double the price. Let's fucking make a bag. It's like, no, because now the DJs are missing out.
Yeah, let's charge $50 entry to a class.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, honestly. I think what needs to happen is, so I think what we've seen is there can't be, for I don't know why, it just is at the moment, but one event organizer running week after week after week, because you see the turnout coming lower and it becomes really costly. But I think if all the tyrants, like you were saying, band together, pop up all these different events in, I would even say once a month, maybe even two, eventually, like two tyrants popping up an event twice in the same month. So one tyrant each. I think we would be at a really good spot. Even if I think, so what I'm trying to say is, even if we hit a stage where there's, say, it becomes twice a month, that's golden. Honestly, that would be golden. But I think it's small steps for the research.
Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Nah, good chat.
Awesome.
Bro. Honestly, we got fucking 10 minutes left of this pod, so I think we might leave it there with the interview, bro, and we will dip out. But I want to thank you very much for jumping on board and having a chat. I think we got a lot of information out of that. People can rewatch that and take a good look at what we're saying. I think it's just going to take
thanks for having me on.
No, absolutely, bro. No, definitely. I think we're at a good spot now where if we can just keep pushing, band together, we can actually like have a proper resurgence of this sound. We can all, get booked regularly and play music and have fun and trade songs like we used to and start a new round of
those were the
Melbourne
days.
archives. Like, shout out Brandon for hooking that up recently. Like, it's all popping off. You know what I mean? So, hopefully in the future we'll be able to get some more going.
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully this podcast is going to bring a lot more old school DJs back as well.
Absolutely.
Because the more the better.
Yeah.
We all need to do it together.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nah, easy. Nah,
100%.
Thank you so much, Element, bro. We will speak to you very soon.
All right, no worries.
Easy,
Thanks,
bro.
guys.
Peace.
Thanks, brother. Have a good one.
Catch us. Bye.
What a man.
All right.
What a dude.
What an
man.
absolute man.
See what I mean, though? This
Honestly,
is why I was talking, because I just wanted to hear his perspective from his own mouth. Like seeing it in text is one
100%.
thing, and all these posts, but actually hearing
Yeah.
it is.
I was good to get some insight in his like inspiration and DJing and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
well,
That's really
that
cool.
I had to put a twist on. I had to put a twist on one of the questions because, like, I needed to hear that from him as well, like me personally. But the thing is, like, he actually has true passion in the scene, and nobody actually understands who he actually is as a person. And he's very, very disrespected in the industry, and people just don't view him in a very respectful manner, and a lot of people pick on him for that. And
I was going to say that at one point, and I was going to ask how he's dealt with the ridicule and how he's gone through it, but I feel best to...
he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't even. He doesn't actually care. Like at the end of the day,
We'll
it's
leave
actually
that for the
doing.
second
It's doing
time he
him.
comes on.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I reckon. I reckon we'll definitely due for another conversation with him at least, just to try and clear up a little bit.
For sure.
Dig a bit
Of other
deeper
stuff.
into it.
For sure. Yeah, maybe that's a Patreon thing. Maybe we don't know.
That
We'll
needs to
see
be
what we
set
can
up.
do from there.
But look, we have
Absolutely, yeah.
so many more guests. Like Element was a really good first guest to have on. I think the way
For sure.
he's been renowned in the scene for doing what he's done, and surprisingly or not, like I'm pretty sure, quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that like Will commented on some of his shit and he at least got the attention of the right people. So call it a win,
Yes.
whatever. Like you said, he does get a lot of ridicule, and I think it would have been good to touch on that. Maybe we'll leave that for another episode, only because I want to leave this one for like the good side, I guess you'd say, just showing that like although nightclubbing has such a bad rap, that's given people like Elements, given him something to look forward for the last 11 years of his life. You know what I mean? Started in 2015.
He started
even before
clubbing in
that.
2015,
Yeah.
and you think about it this way, he's only just recently started DJing within the last, I think maybe like 3-ish years or something like that.
He's at least started picking up
he's
sets in that
he's just
long
gotten
now.
into it,
Yeah.
and
that's-
he's in the right mindset to do it, and absolutely he's getting into it, and it kind of shows that the dark side has a light as well, but it is still a dark industry, and we can talk about that like every single podcast.
Yeah.
But there is a light at the end of the tunnel in this industry for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to understand, being a promoted DJ wasn't easy back in the day. Like you said, all the ridicule we used to get for all the posts and everything, selling tickets, whatever we had to do to get a gig, that's what we did.
We'll see, and that's what
It was crazy back in the day.
I tried to swing to him, like, how is it going from being a promoted DJ now to back then? And I was hoping he was going to touch on, because I would have said it myself, the difficulty now of being a promoted DJ is not, you don't have hard copy tickets to go out and sell. You don't have the opportunity to go flyer bombing in your town anymore. You can't just go putting flyers on people's cars and shit. It's illegal. So, like, now it's all this digital age where it's all online ticket and it all counts for your social influence and how big you are socially. Like, the only reason I can sell tickets is because I don't shut the fuck up on Facebook, so everyone knows who I am.
But that's a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta push to be good these days. Unfortunately, as bad as that sounds, you have to do something about it. You can't just sit there and watch the scene happen. Not produce or anything. You need to go hard.
Someone was just giving me that
Absolutely,
praise
yeah.
recently, but I can't even remember who. Oh, it was fucking Boxroll. Shout out Boxroll. He was saying that, like, no bias, but he was saying, I've been the one for like 2-3 years now just pushing Minimal is still alive, Minimal is coming back, Minimal is still good, blah, 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 blah. Melbourne sound. And it's at the point where people are starting to, like, interact with my posts. We're talking about Melbourne sound. Everyone wants to hear shit. It's like, maybe I was right.
Yeah, but the more you engage with this stuff, like, look how many old DJs that we've brought back from just posting about Melbourne sound, older DJs, events, posting orchestrated clips, all that kind of stuff.
Just
look at
today.
all the
Yeah.
connections that we've got now just from back in the day.
And think about it this way. So I produce a lot of music, and I don't release it. I probably should.
Oh, well,
Rip into me. But the thing is, right, I've been producing this whole time that I've been making like big room techno and shit and fucking hard techno and hard style. I've been making minimal because I've always fucking loved it. I've always
That's
loved
the same
it.
as
Every
you
single
too.
one of my songs has Melbourne influence on it.
One of the
But
things
I
that
know
people were
I
saying was that
so
no
stupid.
one was making new music. One of the reasons that people were like it died too quickly because no one was making new good
Yeah.
music. We were sick of old music. It's like fucking go through my SoundCloud, dick. What are you talking about? Right there.
Yeah, no. If it's gonna happen, it will this year. Absolutely. Like
This year and next
the old
year are gonna be
dogs.
massive.
Absolutely, yeah. So like the old dogs that like Just Flow, like the old dogs that that we're used to, that used to absolutely go off back in the day. They're releasing new music this year. They're releasing new music next year. They've got everything planned, and there's a lot of, I'm not going to say which artist, but there's a lot of artists that I know, who left the scene years ago, and they're just coming up now, and they're coming back now, and honestly, yeah, Ozzy's one of them. Like Ozzy hasn't released in like what 11 years.
Twisted Circuit made a meme
Something
song.
like that.
Did you hear that? Twisted Circuit made
Yeah.
a fucking meme song today. So like we're
And
Is that
back.
the one with Xander?
No,
and wait
it's on his
wait.
story. It's
He said he's sending me the project.
Oh, true.
Oh,
It's a meme.
shit.
It was a meme.
He said he's
just
sending me
fucking
the
threw it
project,
together.
so I'm gonna fuck around with it.
Fucking oath you
Wait,
should.
so is that a collab or?
Yeah, it'd be a collab.
Yeah,
That'll be
fucking
fun.
oath.
That'll be fun. But yeah, no. So like, Twisted's coming back, and that's fucking awesome. He has
Amir as well?
ready to go. Amir's coming back as well. Patchy's releasing music again too. Out of all, Patchy, the one that was made that died and went to hip hop scene, and now he's coming back and making hard bangers again.
Alec
Fuck,
McDonald.
look at that.
That
Yeah, Alec McDonald's a fucking shout.
that gross.
Bring back
tune was
Jimmy.
ridiculous. Bring back Jimmy. This is my chat. Clip it. This is my petition.
Bring back Jimmy in the
Bring
chat.
back- oh mate,
Jungle Jim.
I would go so off for a Jungle Gym set. You have no idea. Oh my.
Honestly, if
God.
if
I could
Jim,
book Jungle
if you
Gym,
say
I
this,
will
if you
quit.
say this,
Please.
if you say this, we love you. We love you. We need you. We need you. We need you.
Come
Reach out to
save
us, please.
Melbourne.
Talk to Ozzy. Talk to
Reach out
Ozzy.
Yep.
us.
We
Come
need you.
save
We
Melbourne.
need you, babes. We need.
Nah, I think
Let's do it.
another good point to round off everything. Another good point is
Yeah.
they're all working together, and I think nothing's
100%.
gonna come to fruition unless we are supporting each other, going to each other's events, we're meeting the right crowds. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just. These days, everyone's too skeptical on scams and pyramid schemes and fucking this and that. No one's gonna come buy a
Yes.
ticket just because you want them to. You gotta. If we can build
You need
something
to
that
really
people
push
want
it.
to be at,
Yeah.
that's
100%.
the only way we can make
So
this work.
Like the
Which is
thing is,
why in
yes,
all our
we're
posts
pushing.
we bring back like. Oh, sorry, go, Kieran.
No, I was just gonna say, like we've been pushing extremely hard on our socials, yes, but we're also showing you that we're not just pushing tickets. We're actually there being genuine human beings, because we are genuine human beings. Like, we're asking for your opinions. We're wanting your opinions on things. We're asking questions that only you guys can answer. Like, we're not even answering the question
Yep.
ourselves.
absolutely.
We're literally just there asking you guys for your opinions on things and where your views are in the scene and all of that, blah 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 blah. Like, that's it. We're just wanting to communicate with you guys, make more of a community standard, which you don't usually get at a venue. And that's the whole idea and the whole premise of the crew.
Arguably, I'd say that's why we're even doing the pods live. We absolutely could go.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
We could go set this up and do this in a Discord call without anyone seeing it and post it up on YouTube, super edited and all that. But we do it this way. If we do it raw, just off the dome, we don't have a script. We've got a couple of topics that we maybe want to touch on. Completely off the dome, just sit here and talk. It's going to give that level
Yep.
of clarity. We're not trying to hide anything. We'll tell you drugs are bad and you can potentially get them as a payment. You don't want that if you want to be a successful DJ. I'll tell you straight, like, you know what I mean? We're not going to hide anything. I think that level of community and showing how real we are is that's a telltale to how much we want this to succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like with us, you're getting unfiltered, and that's the main thing that you get with us. Like we're not gatekeeping things. We're not here to lie to you guys. We're not here to force you guys into things. Like we might say if you guys want to, we might message you guys being like, hey, if you want to join, come join.
Yeah,
we're just letting you know as a notification. We're not forcing you to do anything.
We're not here as like
basically saying if you want to ride along, then ride along.
Yep, absolutely. 100%. And that's what I mean. Like, we're not doing it out of desperation or anything. Like, we're not doing it because we have to. I just feel like it's a good way to build something, and we want to do this. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Hopefully, you guys can see it in the chat as well, and you guys can see where we're coming from. And have you had an experience like this before? Like, if you guys are still here, if you guys are still listening in chat, let us know. Have you guys felt anything like this from any Melbourne community yet to this date? Have you seen any Melbourne community or brands even just a community, just in general, brands communicating with their audiences via live chats, podcasts, anything like this before? Yeah. Have you ever felt like something like this? Have you felt this level of connection?
Because I feel like that's going to be a massive.
That's what I want to asking you. Yeah. 100%. That's what I'm trying to ask you guys right now.
Guys, let's wrap the pod up. I'm gonna cancel the recording. Everyone stay. We're obviously gonna stay on stream for a little bit longer. But I want to thank Element for dropping in.
Yep. Thank you, bro.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that cool shit for when it goes on YouTube. Much love. Peace.